One of the easiest ways to find easy trades is to make them your own. You do this by changing the qualities of that card to better suit someone that's actually looking to buy. In terms of FIFA, there's only a few ways that you can do this, especially nowadays since EA has removed a lot of the consumable cards that we did once have. You can change the player's position and you can also change the chemistry style. We have already looked at how to trade by changing players' positions. And from that, you're able to make a very good amount of about 1,000 coins profit per card. With chemistry styles, it's exactly the same. So today we're going to be going through how you can trade with players by changing their chemistry styles and make a pretty decent amount of profit. But before we do get into the video, if you're looking to skip trading and just get to the point in which you have coins into your accounts, then there is no better place than Mule Factory. Head over there to get yourself some cheap, fast FIFA 22 coins, completely reliable, and if you use Fnatic 5 out checkout, you'll also be able to get yourself a 5% discount. Link to Mule Factory can be found in the description down below. Getting back into the video, there's so many different trading methods that we've shown here on this channel, but every time I show one of these trading methods, it always gets people asking of what type of players should they be using. But when it comes to changing a specific quality for a specific type of player, it really doesn't make much difference. You can use whatever player that is out there as long as there's a difference between the current price that they have for their default card with a basic chem style or their default position, and a difference to whatever position that you're converting them to, or with a different type of chemistry style. You can really look at any type of player, and if there's a way for you to change their chemistry style or change their position with it being at a higher price, it's likely that you're always going to be able to make profit from it, as long as you have the patience to keep on relisting, because they don't always sell immediately. It's also fair to say that there is an exception to the rule, because there's certain players such as goalkeepers which can't be changed out of position, the same with centre backs. But the good thing with chemistry styles is that everyone can benefit from a chemistry style. There's not a single player within the game that has a negative impact if you apply a different type of chemistry style to them. On this channel, we have already looked at players that have already got a chemistry style applied to them. And this by itself is already a very good trading method. We can go onto the transfer market and set defenders with a shadow chem style and look within the top 5 major leagues, and it's likely that we're going to find a good deal within one of them. This is where you'll find a player listed a lot lower compared to the rest of the players that are listed on the market. You can also do the exact same with midfielders, where you check the chemistry style of Catalyst, and the exact same thing with attackers, where you can check the chem style with Hunter. But with all of this, you can make more profit by doing all the work yourself, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So firstly, you need to actually find a good player to do this with. And as said, this does really work with every type of player. You just need to make sure that you're applying a good chem style to them for you to be able to make a good amount of profit. For example, if you look at chemistry styles such as Shadow or even Hunter, those actually cost quite a bit, so you need the player's price to be a lot higher. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work out that way. For example, you can get a Shadow chem style for a few thousand coins. But when you do go and look into the Premier League for centre backs with the Shadow chem style, unfortunately they're listed at 2,000 coins. So once you actually go and buy the player for their default value, their minimum price, and then go and apply one of these chem styles, you're always going to be losing about 1,000 coins, maybe even slightly more. What really works well with this method is that you can just go and find a completely different chem style. So you can still look at centre backs within the Premier League if you want, but if you apply a different type of defender chem style, the chem style still needs to resemble their stats, then you're going to find a lot more trades that can be done. For this video, I looked at midfielders which I was hoping to go and apply a Catalyst chem style, because that chem style costs around about 300 to about 600 coins depending on the time that you look on the market. This of course is also on Xbox. As I was looking at the Catalyst chem style, it only made sense that I looked at midfielders. And there's two different ways in which you can find a list of players. The first way is that you could just check what's already on the market. Set the quality to be rare gold, set the chem style to be whatever it is. In this case, it's going to be, for me, being Catalyst, and then go through the different types of leagues that you want to trade in. I wanted to trade within Bundesliga and La Liga, so I looked at both of these search results to see what was already listed. This gives you a good idea of what other people are doing when they're going to list players with this type of chem style. And we can just take the players that have already been listed, just go in to buy them without a chem style, get them for that lowest price, and then apply a chem style later to actually increase that price. The other way is that you can find a player that hasn't gone through this process as of yet, which is a lot better. You can go onto Footbin, set the quality to be rare gold, find midfielders, and then yet again look at the different types of leagues you want to be looking at. This will give you a whole list of different types of players, and what you can do is go through this list of each player individually and quickly check to see what the player price is for his default value without a chemistry style, and then also look to see what it is in other types of chem styles once you apply it. This is by far the best way and also the most profitable. Once you find a player that has a different sell price between them without a chemistry style and them with a chemistry style, this is when you actually go and buy that player. You can, if you really want to, just set it as a buy now and go across and buy maybe a page worth, which is around about 10 players. If you really want to maximize profit, then the best thing for you to do is to go on a bid. At the time of recording this video, the market of FIFA is just completely dead. Everyone is at their minimum, so for me to actually place a bid, I'm probably only making an extra 50 coins per trade, but it's also very easy to get these players. No one else is bidding on them. With chemistry styles, you can also do the exact same thing. If you really want to, you can just search the market for consumables, select the chem style you want, and go across and buy every single one of them. Or you can also take the time to bid, which I do recommend. Chemistry styles, depending on which one you go for, normally aren't at their minimum. And when you do try and get them on the bid, you can get them for a fraction of the price. When I searched to get the Catalyst chem style, at the time it was listed as the cheapest at 550 coins or around 600 coins. It was fluctuating during the time in which I was trading. But when I was trying to get them on a bid, I was able to get them for 250 coins, which saves me a lot of money. The more money that you can save here, the better, because it will be added to your profit a lot later on. Once you have expired chem styles and also expired players within your watch list, this is where it actually becomes the long part of all of this. You need to send every single one of those chemistry styles to your club. Not much of a problem because there is no limit. The cards that you have don't count as duplicates, but unfortunately when it comes to the players, you can only store one to your club before every other player that you've bidded on or bought unfortunately counts as a duplicate. So you can only either keep them as unassigned or you can send them to your transfer market. With each player individually, you need to go into your club, search them by name or find them within your club, apply the chemistry style that you want, send them to the transfer list or list them, and then go and do the exact same thing for the other remaining players. With each player, it probably takes anywhere between 30 to 45 seconds, and it can be a lot longer than if you was just going to list them on the market. This is by far the worst thing that you have to go through when you try and change a player's quality, whether it be chemistry style or a position modifier. When it comes to listing a player, there's a few things that we should go over. The first thing is that you want to make sure that yours is the cheapest on the market. There's only a select few of people out there that play through FIFA, and when they try and find a player, they try to look for them with the specific chem style that they're looking for. And when they do, they're always going to be buying the cheapest, so you need to make sure that yours is the cheapest, so that once someone actually does search for your player with that specific chem style, they're going to be buying yours and not someone else's. The second thing, sometimes when you're doing your research at the beginning and you're looking for a player that's got a different chem style to the rest and there's none on the market, it may be tempting for you to put it as an extortionate price, being all the way up between like 5k all the way to 10k, which is their maximum. You're not going to be able to sell that player. Just because people are searching for that player and yours is the only one, they're also not idiots. They know that they can apply chem styles to the players that they want, and it can be done for a fraction of the price, so they're not going to be going for yours. As long as the player that you've listed is appropriately listed and priced, people will look to buy that player to save them time, even if it is just a few hundred or even a few thousand coins cheaper for them to buy them as a basic chem style and then apply the one that they want later. The third thing is that you really don't want to be listing all of the players all at the exact same time or with the exact same price. This is where we flood the market. For example, I was able to go and get the pool with ease, applied a lot of chem styles to all the cards that I was able to get, and then I listed them all on the market. But when I listed them, I made sure that one was always going to be the cheapest. One was listed at 2,000 coins, which undercut everything else. With the remaining players that I had, which was still the exact same player with the exact same chem style, I listed them at different prices. I listed some at 2,500, some at 3,000 coins, some at 3,500, and I listed them all at different times. Some was 1 hour, some were 3 hours, some were 6 hours, and some were 12 hours. The reason I do this is because it seems to put off other people looking to buy when they're all listed at the exact same price, all expiring in the exact same time. You instantly know that someone is trying to control the market as they list the same version of that type of card on the market over and over again, looking to make profit, and it makes people feel a bit uneasy. When listing them all at different prices and all at different times, it makes people think that this not all coming from just one player, but also it's easier for them to choose which one they're going for because they're obviously going to be going for the cheapest one. And by the time that all my cards have expired, I will then bring those player prices down. So the one that was listed at 2,500, I will then bring that down to be its cheapest at 2,000 coins. And that card should hopefully be selling relatively quickly. And I'll bring all of them down slowly, step by step, until there is only one left, which then goes to just that one being listed at 2,000 coins. If you really wanted to avoid all of this, what you could do is apply all the chemistry styles to all the different players, list one at a time, and then have the rest just within your transfer list. Once one of those sell, you then relist a similar card for the exact same price, and then that one will also sell. That way you're avoiding or flooding the market, and if someone does come across your player, sees them, and then tries to do the exact same thing, but they're happy to take 800 coins profit, whereas you was looking to get 1,000 coins. They undercut you, and you're never going to be able to sell any of your players. Anyway guys, this is how I've been trading with chemistry styles by applying them to the players. We have gone through a trading method before where we looked at players who have already been changed to have different type of chemistry styles, and you can go and use that one. They both make a very good amount of profit. If you do have any questions about anything, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.